Who does Derek Lewis connect with? And those people still are standing. Tuivasa, man.
You got it again.
Again? Did he? No, Ty reversed it. They still. Oh, he wanted the knee. He wants the knee. Oh, he's hit him. Derek's connected. They're both connected. Ty's connected. Oh my gosh, Ty! I can't believe the chin on.
Oh my God!
Derek stunned him with that jab. Oh, someone's gonna go down.
Oh, the elbow!
Oh, Derek's down!
Out!
Ty Tuivasa just knocked out the Black Beast, Derek Lewis.
Give that man a title shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Triple C and Schmo Show. I'm the Schmo. My partner's got an Olympic gold medal. He's a champ. We just finished watching the UFC 271 pay-per-view. He's Triple C Henry Cejudo.
Let's go. Let's get this ball rolling, Schmo, because time is money and money is time.
Well, first off, right off the bat, you got two babies in your hand, man. You got Hasbullah, you got Baby America. Come on, Triple C, you're making yourself choose between the two.
Of course, but no, he can do me a favor, and Abdul can bend the knee too. This is all for Baby America.
All right, let's get right into it because we just did a watch party, and now we got to give a reaction to UFC 271 right off the bat, man. Let's start with the main event. We just watched it live. Israel Adesanya, Robert Whittaker. What do you make of that?
God, you know what? Israel did a really good. I mean, Israel, his distance, his pressure, he never really gave free space. And sometimes when you don't give free space and you stay disciplined in that area, it went towards him. Because every time Whittaker did shoot, he was Israel. Even when he would defend, he would go back and he would keep pressing him. So he did the whole pressing thing, and I think that's what won him that fight. I think Whittaker was just he started the fight too late, Schmo. And by the time he started the fight, that front leg was already chewed up.
That's right. And the Schmo maybe gave Robert Whittaker one round. That'd be the last round. Not enough to do it in a championship fight. When you're the champion, you got to get the belt taken from you. And Robert Whittaker didn't do enough to take the belt. Do you see this tweet? Helen Esports just came in, brought in her phone from Khamzat Chimaev, who you're high on. At Stylebender, easy money for me. 0 wrestling, 1 round, I'm going to kill him. Silly face emoji.
I love Chimaev, man. I don't want to see him fight my boy, the Nigerian Naira, but I would love for him to go out there and really demonstrate people how it's supposed to be done with the wrestling. You know what I mean? I think Chimaev is special. I think he's proven it, dude, and he's the biggest threat right now. He's the hottest prospect. He's the hottest contender to become the next UFC champ.
Well, and speaking of the next UFC champ, the one who's going to get the crack at the opportunity, it is going to be the man who also lives in Arizona, trains over at the MMA lab, Jared Cannonier. How impressive was his performance against Brunson? He promised the Schmo in an interview maybe a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, right outside the MMA lab, he was going to turn blonde Brunson into blood Brunson, and that he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I mean, it was a hard fought fight, Schmo. They both gave it to. I mean, at one point, I thought Brunson was gonna go out there and defeat him, and next you know, I think it was just a battle of just conditioning. Who had more of that will, and it just happened to be, it wasn't Derek Brunson.
Yeah, indeed, it wasn't Derek Brunson. But listen, man, Derek Brunson, before the fight even started, he had mentioned in the media day that he's got 2 fights left. So obviously he's including this. Assuming he gets this fight, he wins. He gets the rematch against the champion, Israel Adesanya. Goes out, hopefully on top into the sunset with a gold belt. If you're Derek Brunson, man, you put a timeline on your career. He's got 1 fight left. What do you make of that? And you think mentally that could have played into effect inside the octagon.
Who had 1 fight left?
Well, Derek Brunson, he said he put a date on his career, man. He said, I got 2 fights left, and 2 meaning including this one in the cage this night against Jared Cannonier.
That's not always a bad thing. I think it's good. I think because what you do is you put a timeline. So sometimes when you're in that situation where you don't maybe want to do the sport again, you go for broke, man. You put that timeline. So I do believe he has 1 more fight, and he's been in this game since Strikeforce, man. The dude needs a break, no?
Yeah, I mean, he's accomplished a lot, man. Brunson, man, this is the first time he gets a loss. He's been in the top 10 for forever, man. This guy's fought all the dogs, the who's who's. I mean, listen, man, you're talking about a great fighter. It's Derek Brunson.
It is. He's a great fighter. Unfortunately, he never had a chance to fight for the belt. I mean, you know what I mean? But he's stuck into this game. He's been in this game for so long, dude, that respects to him. This stuff ain't easy. And if you notice too, Schmo, a lot of people are retiring. Who is it? Foxy Roxy retired recently?
Yeah, Roxanne Modafferi. She retired right from this fight. Her last fight, Casey O'Neill, with the war cries during that fight.
Yeah, you know, it's cool, man. I think to reach its own, dude. I think retirement is actually a beautiful thing, man. When you say you're done, this is it. This is when you can move on and start that next chapter in your life, you know.
100%. And by the way, that's a little bit of a preview. We're going out of order here with the gold medal moments, silver medal moments, bronze medal moments, because this is a recap, and the Schmo just wants to give out the biggest donut of the night, the performance right here, the heavyweights, the co-main event. Tai Tuivasa knocked out the Black Beast in his home city. That's 2 fights in a row that Derek Lewis lost. Man, Tai Tuivasa has a chin. He took the damage. He did it. He did a shoey. Look, they do the shoey. We got Elite Sweets protein donuts because, listen, we are watching our figures. These are scrumptious. They're moist. Look at this thing, 11 grams of protein. Dr. D, he was at our watch party. He's already ate like 3 of these things, man. 11 grams of protein, 3 grams of net carbs, 1 gram of sugar. Look at this thing. We're going to open this thing up. We're going to take a bite. The Schmo's been munching on these things for a long time. And same's up the dessert, man.
These are so good, it makes me want to slap my mama. Salute.
There we go. So, Triple C. What do you make of Tai Tuivasa's performance and now where he stands in the heavyweight division?
You know what? I think he's 1 fight left. The fight that has to happen, obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, John Jones. He needs a shot. He needs to become double champ. He needs to cement his stamp as the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. No questions asked. So that's what we're going to do with John Jones Bones as he takes on Stipe or whoever it is.
I was going to say right there. Obviously, Francis Ngannou, he's got to recover. We got to keep this division moving. Tai Tuivasa beating Derek Lewis. He puts himself right in this conversation because we got to see Stipe return. We got to see John Jones return. He's right in the mix. There's 4 guys if you include Ngannou. You got to see Tai Tuivasa fight a guy like that. I believe there's a big heavyweight matchup going on too. Curtis Blades is going to be fighting in Columbus too. That's going to weigh merit. Who's Curtis Blades fighting in Columbus? We got to remember who he's fighting in Columbus.
I don't remember, dude.
Who is Curtis Blades fighting in Columbus? Chris Dawkins, who Derek Lewis had knocked out prior to this fight.
Oh, wow, okay. So if Curtis Blades wins, he's got the next fight at Tai Tuivasa, right?
Tai Tuivasa, if Tai Tuivasa is not fighting Stipe, or, you know, there's John Bones Jones in this mix, but he's fighting for a title. Or is it an interim title?
That's what's up.
He's sporting his chocolate. We brought up her name, Roxanne Modafferi, the Happy Warrior, Casey O'Neill. Moicano, he won against Alex Hernandez. What stuck out to Kyler Phillips? We made UFC history. The press conference, phoned in right there. You congratulated him. He talked about how you helped him out when he moved here when he was 18 with his wrestling. Kyler Phillips, man, that was a touchy moment. Schmoment.
Right here. I've got Schmo and Henry Cejudo.
Hi, Henry.
You.
Hello.
They want to ask you a question here.
Henry's cool, man.
To say, Kyler, congratulations, man. And
Oh my God, it's Henry Cejudo.
why I wanted to give you this message, man, because when you're filing at all cylinders, Kyler Phillips, dude, you could actually be the best in the world, man. I see it, man. And you are super, super good, man. When you tap into all cylinders, bro, I believe you could be the future world champ.
Appreciate you, man. Actually, Henry, he was when I first moved out to Arizona when I was 18. He really helped me out with a lot of things. Took me in and as a bigger brother. So look back on that. Thank you, my man.
I never really trained with him, but I've always saw the talent with Kyler. Like I've always been high on him because man, he's karate. He's just a well-rounded fighter, man. And if he really starts to learn how to compete a little bit more rather than just fighting, he's gonna be a world threat, man. He really is. But the biggest thing is like he needs to understand more of the competition game rather than just the fight game. And tonight, that's what he demonstrated. He demonstrated like what a true mixed martial artist is. I mean, just a transition up top from that triangle. Jesus, man, top control. You know, transition that thing to an armbar. Man, that's second to none, Schmo.
He definitely got the job done. It was an impressive performance for him. Overall, a fantastic night. Bobby Green, man.
Bobby Green, man. Pimp Juice, what up? I think the only thing he was missing tonight was that Pimp Daddy Kane. Strutting.
I mean, Nasrat, he's obviously a tough guy. He looks like Calvin Gastelum, man. He can take a shot, man. But listen, Bobby Green had the timing down pat against him.
Yeah, and this is the thing, man. I was rooting for Nasrat, but he became too predictable, and he never really made those adjustments, dude. It's 2-3-2 or same combination, man. Nobody leg kicked nor Bobby Green. Like if you guys didn't learn from Israel Adesanya or watching my fights, you guys make sure to watch my fights, dude. You gotta invest in those kicks, and he did not do that. When we turned it, these things are becoming boxing matches, and it's crazy because that's all they do and that's all they train. You know, these guys ain't training specific wrestling, specific things or tactical things. And anyways, I was cheering for him, I was going for him, but I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, man, because I know he's a smart guy. You know what I mean?
There it is. But let's go back to the champion style bender because we got to talk about this, man. Because obviously Jan Blachowicz is still the only guy to solve that puzzle, got the wrestling. It was at 205 pounds. It's a weight division, 20 pounds heavier. After watching this guy time in and time out, man, what is it going to take to beat the style bender? And if you're Jared Cannonier, man, what's your advice for this guy?
100%, man. I don't even bet money, but the guy that will stop is actually a 70-pounder, and his name is Khamzat Chimaev. I believe Chimaev is just a whole nother animal, dude. His wrestling, his confidence. I mean, this dude, from what I've heard from a lot of people, this dude literally trains like nobody has ever seen before. And when you're a wrestler and you're like that and he's driven, man, I don't think there's nobody on the planet. I can see him easily beating Israel Adesanya.
Wow, man, that is a surefire statement, man. That's like Habib-like talk in the sentence you put him in that.
But this is the reason why, because he can take him down and he has that Khabib control. Even though they were fighting or whatever, he always gave Khabib credit that he always edified him. Where Whitaker's not good, he doesn't make his feet don't become his hands, and that's something that Chimaev has been able to develop. So because he's been able to develop that, it's like, man, you're gonna try getting out from that dude. The dude's gonna shoot it on your legs 20 damn times a round. You know, if Israel could beat him, and I will shut up, and I will be like, you know what, dude, I will apologize. But if he's able to beat, if that fight ever happens, which it is gonna happen, I got Khamzat Chimaev as a wrestler.
Now, what are the chances that Israel Adesanya does not lose heading into a fight with Khamzat Chimaev? Like, how serious do you think that could happen? Because obviously, Khamzat Chimaev has to get through Gilbert Burns before any of this conversation can happen. And it's also, let the Schmo say it, 170 pounds.
Yeah, but he's also struggling to make 170. You know, he almost didn't make it the last time that he fought. What was he? He had to win a couple times. I think 185 is perfect. He's a big kid, man. Yeah. He's a pig, and I think going down to 170, I think you know what I mean. Like I think he should go up and then down, because that would make him the first champ to do that. Yeah. And I think that's a great idea, man. That would make you the greatest champ of all time, because nobody just goes up and then comes down and wins. Yeah. You know. But obviously he's got the Nigerian nightmare. Yeah. That being said.
Yeah. All right, Triple C, let's transition now to the next segment. You got some great hair. Show everybody your hair, man. This one's brought to you by Blue Mon. Use this link, BlueMon/Schmo, if you want some of the best products. The Schmo knows you love this one right here, the fist sample. It's a Stronghold. It's the one the Schmo used right here.
Move out the way.
That's right, man. And we also got the Ascend Volume Cream. But the Schmo wants to say this sponsor is brought to you by Blue Mom because you got Jiri Prochzaka in the gym. This is his second week right here in Fight Ready. He got the Schmo hair of the year. This guy's in there. He's a light heavyweight. Show him the footage. We saw you moving around with this guy, man. Where do you see him making that next leap and taking that gold strap from Glover Teixeira as the next light heavyweight champion?
Yeah, Glover Teixeira, he really is a samurai. Like, it's almost like
Yuri, I mean, is a samurai.
Yes, he really is, man, because he's super serious about what he does, man. You almost feel unprofessional sometimes because he's just real upright and, you know what I mean, just kind of very formal in that sense. But at the same time, it's cool to watch him smirk every once in a while. But man, he's picking up, man. He's picking up so fast. I know he loves it at Fight Ready. He had even mentioned about even finishing his whole camp at Fight Ready because he's really liking it, man. We're really building something with Captain Eric Alberison, Captain United States Army. We're putting just a good plan for him, man. He's going up against a wrestler, and there's nobody in the world that has better wrestling or better MMA than at Fight Ready right now.
Yeah, well, Sean Strickland saw the Schmo's interview or post with him and says he kind of fights like a honey badger. Looks like a honey badger. What do you make of that?
He does, man. The cool thing about it is like he's a rhythm fighter. He reminds me a lot of what Manny Pacquiao is. But
only 8 division world champion in boxing history.
But all according to the rhythm. Like, if they don't have that rhythm, they won't fight you. He has to. There's things that we'll be like, hey, man, that's probably a little too crazy for a takedown. But he's like, but then you start moving with him like, oh, damn. Okay, I understand what you're doing. He's setting traps, pockets, his finesse. So I know we got our hands full because Glover is a tough competitor. And obviously, I'm sorry to all my Brazilian fans, but, we're coming for your neck, too.
Well, Triple C, it just goes to show, man, you're training the individual, not the country. We see who you're behind here. But listen, man, when the Schmo interviewed Yuri in Fight Ready 2, we asked him, hey, where's John Jones, man? You trained with him over in Albuquerque in 2017. He's anticipating him to come out there. When is Johnny Bones Jones coming back to Fight Ready and training with Yuri Prochzaka?
Yeah, I talked to John last week, and he was just trying to figure out the dates. Yuri's here until, I think, till about the 22nd, 23rd, and he's gonna be out. He's out here for 3 weeks, and then I believe he's gonna end up coming back and doing his camp. But either way, man, like what we want to do is what I wanted to give with Schmo is just a gift, the gift of what we know and what we recognize and what is it that's been in the past, and just hopping out the future, man, the future of future champions of the UFC. And I also want Coach of the Year, so yeah, I'm out for me too.
That's right. Speaking of Coach of the Year, the Zombie arrived this week. The Schmo interviewed him. He was a little jet lagged right off the plane, but he comes right into training, man. You were getting work. Show that clip again, too, man. You are working with the Zombie right there. Hey, listen, they're not going to give you the Volkanovski fight. Be around the guy, maybe corner the guy, whatever the heck it means, to beat the guy. And then maybe that's going to pull him into, yeah, I will take that fight, Triple C. I will fight you.
Yeah, of course, man. If you're not going to give me Alexander Volkanovski's head on the plate, then I'm going to find somebody to do that for me with interest. And his name is a Korean Zombie. And he is not out here to take any prisoners. He is out here to slash that throat.
Well, speaking of slashing that throat, do you know who else in Fight Ready? Gosh, this is like a new mecca, this gym right there. Fight Ready on the map completely. Brian Ortega, he's engaged to Tracy Cortez, a girl you've been wrestling with her your whole life, man. They just missed each other by the day. Come on, tell the Schmo the truth, man. Did Zombie kick Ortega out of the gym? And if he didn't, I know Eddie Cha's got to be picking his brain about a game plan, huh?
Yeah, of course, Eddie Cha. This is what we do out there, man. It's all about winning. Like whatever happened in the past is like done, dude. They shook hands after the fight. It was weird that Brian slapped his boy, but it's over, dude. And
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if this is just a situation, since you had these situations in life, to see if you can actually work through them. And I believe both of them have, and it's pretty cool to see, And yeah, I believe Brian did give the Korean Zombie some 2 cents, and Zombie was happy.
Well, do you foresee a situation where both those guys are going to train? Ortega's going to help him actually for this fight?
I don't know about to that extent, but no, I think Ortega's got his own. He's out. When Zombie wins, he's gonna want that. He's gonna want that rematch. So.
He's gonna want that, yeah.
But he was nice enough to give the Zombie some tips.
Yeah, real recognized real, some grade A respect, it seems.
Yeah.
That's right. What else, Triple C, man? What else is going on at Fight Ready? The Schmo picked a great week. We also saw Uriah Hall in there. That guy, Primetime.
Everybody's coming out, man. Everybody's coming out to Fight Ready just to really learn from professionals, man. What we're doing is a system that nobody else is doing, man, in reality. And that's just like structure of our leader, Dave Zonwine. We have a full-time chiropractor that's with us, doctor, therapist that's with us full-time. We train at specific times with certain people. We build the clubs. We build we build the camps around them. They become the CEOs. Weekly meetings, talking about recovery, oxygen chambers, altitude pods, like using lasers, infrared lighting, like using a lot of things, and then obviously the mental stuff, having keywords whenever it is that we fight, and that we're all on the same page. And it really is, man. Sometimes when you go to the fight and you just fight, we're not in here to do that. We're in here to really game plan and see a difference. Like you guys have seen a difference with Jean Willie, Davison Figueiredo. I mean, we're taking over this damn game.
There it is. And by the way, Calvin Gastelum looking slim, man. He's going to make his return. He's also training at Fight Ready. We like to see it.
Yeah. Calvin's there, Mark Madsen. I mean, this is the elite of the elite, man. These guys literally moved out. Like, we're not here even so much. Like, Davison Figueiredo wants to move out. Jean Willie talked about moving now. They see what's in that water, dude. And, there's going to come a point where probably going to – and even now, dude, we had to shut down, like, a lot of elite fighters, top fighters in the world because, we don't want to chew more than we could actually chew. We want to eat. Anyways, did you catch that?
You don't want to bite more than you could chew. Chew, man. You got a strong jaw. Look at the size of this guy's head, and he fought at flyweight.
Anyways, but that's what I'm saying, Schmo. It's like we're really taking our time with those people that are really the 1%ers. This is why we have people fighting for titles like they're coming here. We're dissecting. We are the surgeons, and we are coming up with these game plans and taking these guys to the absolute next level.
And Triple C, man, we are doing this right here, the Triple C and Schmo show, right after the pay-per-view, right after we did a live stream, man. Final thoughts before we send things away.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are looking at the 2022 Coach of the Year. And before I go to all my fans, I just want to let you guys know that you guys could all do me a favor and bend the knee to King Triple C.
Like old times. I can't say what's your name because we know your name. We will deliver, and we are. Ow.